What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're talking Lucifer.
Let's get into this.
All right. What's up, horror fam? And welcome to another edition of the Horror Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always, my main man, my cohort, JT's in the house.
What's up, everybody?
That's right, guys. And as you heard, we're going to be talking about Lucifer.
Holy shit, Lucifer?
Lucifer.
Like the devil? Satan? Beelzebub?
Satan. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that tonight. But before we do that, we're going to get a little business here. If you're just listening to this or watch it, on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, or whatever, and you're not following us on Facebook, jump over to the Facebook page, guys, and join over there. We're highly active on that. And that's where you get a lot of our news and things like that that's going on. Great conversations. We'll do a live show the last Saturday of the month, except for this Saturday, this month, because that's Halloween.
Maybe we ought to do it next weekend.
Woo. But we'll work on something maybe. But anyways, guys, we're going to be talking about Lucifer on this show, but we also need to talk about some of this fire-ass merch we got, like this stuff behind me right here. Yeah. That's right, guys, and you can find that at teepublic.com, teepublic.com. You go there and get some shirts, guys, anything really you want. They got a high selection of things over there you can get. And
check us out every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on craniumradio.com.
craniumradio.com.
I'm going to try and get us a little gig worked out with Beyond FM Radio, too.
Sweetness.
I have to see if my buddy Tony can give me a hookup.
So, yeah, guys, Cranium Radio, you can listen to them all the time. They got great music, awesome DJs.
Yeah.
Check them out, guys. It's a great station for you guys to listen to some good music, too. And also, our YouTube page, guys. Jump on over there if you're not on there because...
It's on fire.
It's on fire.
This page is on fire.
Okay, we're done. No, guys. But we're getting ready to be doing some big things, and there's going to be a lot of different material going on there. So
Ryan's going to show you his big thing.
My foot.
It is rather big.
It was rather large. Just one of them, my left one. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much the business. Jump on all those pages and stuff like that. Check us out, man.
For sure.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this little doozy of an episode we were talking about.
Tell me a story.
Lucifer. Let me tell you a story about Lucifer.
The devil.
Satan. So
your mother cooks socks in hell.
Why you do this to me, Timmy? But anyways,
here
guys,
we are talking about the devil and we're laughing.
You know where you're at.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, by the way, I wore this shirt just for this episode.
Oh, Diablo
ink tattoo. Sweetness.
Is that a real place?
It is a real place.
Cool. Check them out, guys.
That's where I got my tattoos.
Some free shit. Check them out. So yeah, I know we don't dwell too much on religion on this show. We're not going to. We don't preach a religion. We have to talk about it sometimes because it pops up in situations like this.
It does.
So, that being said, we are talking about Lucifer, and also known as Satan. Also known as, you keep the list goes on and on. But he's also known as the Accuser.
The Accuser.
Did you know that?
I did.
The Accuser. So, anyways, maybe we all don't know. So we'll just tell you a little bit about Lucifer himself before we dwell into some other things involving him.
And then I'm going to get all scientific, political.
I'm going to get politically scientific with you.
I'm going to get all PC with you.
Do not do that. That PC behind your head does not stand for that.
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that, dude. Damn.
See, you're PC. I'm 100% creepy.
Yeah. I guess so.
But anyways, guys, so Lucifer...
We should have made that PI. Politically incorrect.
For sure. But it stands for podcast, just in case you fuckers are wondering.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Lucifer was an angel, but he wasn't just any angel. He was one of the archangels. And there are angels, and then there are archangels. And archangels were like the messengers of God. They all had a purpose. They were the strongest of the angels. They were his warriors, basically. And that's a truck.
Excuse the hot rod noise going up the road
So, do you know what Lucifer was the messenger of? As his purpose of what his purpose of the archangel was?
I could venture a guess, but I'm going to say no.
Okay, well, but you'll like this, and it involves things. And the reason why I like this is because it also opened my mind up to some things that I've seen in movies, which we'll talk about. But he's a messenger of music.
Okay.
He's the deliverer of music.
I was unaware of that.
He's the deliverer of music and song and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what's cool about that is that it popped in my head that the devil went down the Georgia.
Yeah.
Satan
was looking for a soul to steal.
Satan comes up playing the fiddle.
Yeah.
In the movie freaking The Pick of Destiny.
Oh, The Pick of Destiny. Hell yeah.
He's playing the greatest. You sell your soul.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you talk about the devil went down to Georgia. It's so funny because Judas Priest on their new album Firepower, they have a song called Evil Never Dies. And it starts out, the devil may have showed up in Georgia. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell?
And and
the hell, Rob?
There's another song by a newer guy. You may not know who, Coulter Wall.
No. Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, he's a country singer, kind of. He kind of reminds you of Johnny Cash.
Oh. I like a little Johnny Cash.
You would like this guy.
A boy named Sue.
I'll show you a song later. I'll show you this song. But he sang a song called The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie.
Nice.
And it's about selling, it's about making the deal with the devil. About music, guys. Basically what I'm getting at here is that...
I am the devil's advocate, a salesman, if you will.
Yeah. See, and that's what basically...
There.
So that's what... that's when, as soon as I start reading into this a little bit, and that's what got me into... I'm like, oh, so now I see why he's incorporated with these music and these songs and things like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you look at Robert Cray. Mm-hmm. Robert Cray supposedly went down to the crossroads and met the devil, sold his soul,
down to the
greatest jazz
crossroads.
musician ever, or blues
yeah.
musician ever.
Which is cool. They had that in Supernatural.
They also, the movie Crossroads was all about that.
Yep, a good movie.
Great movie.
I haven't seen it in a very long time, actually.
Great movie.
But yeah, so when I read that about him being the messenger of song or music, I was like, okay, cool. That automatically made me think about all the times I've seen him incorporated with these things.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, and we're going to talk.
Think about the time I saw Dee Snider fucking tell some people up in court.
I just seen. Well, I seen. Strangeland.
Strangeland. Cool movie.
Strangeland.
Cool movie.
A little different, but
yeah, it's out there.
It's a little different, but
yeah. No, Dee Snider actually went to court to fight the PMRC when they were getting into parental advisories and stuff back, and when they were he fought them on censorship.
Yes.
Back in the 80s, and it was so funny because he sat down at the table with his frickin' cut-off T-shirt and his blue jeans, and he pulls a wadded piece of paper out of his pocket and unfolds it, and he completely showed up all these motherfuckers in court because Dee Snider is very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Well, it's kind of like when you have the facts behind you, you don't have to have a bunch of pretty elegant words to tell people you have the facts. Do you know what I'm saying? When the
facts, man.
When the facts are behind you, the facts are behind you. You don't have to make up shit. But anyways, guys, Lucifer was an archangel. But not only was he an archangel, he was the most beautiful, the most perfect archangel there was.
He was the angel of light.
He was the angel, So much the angel that he got to do things other ones didn't get to do. He was the only angel that could personally go and see God and talk to God and go into certain areas of heaven, so to speak, that none of the other angels could go. But he also had something called pride. And he had something that called, I don't know if I'd call it jealousy. he thought he was better than God and that he could beat God and become God. He thought he should be God because he was perfect, he thought.
Right.
Until he ran into a motherfucker named Michael.
Michael. We're not talking about Michael motherfucking Myers. I'm playing fucking Michael Myers.
Yeah, we're talking
Little
about...
bust of rhymes there.
Yeah, we're talking about fucking the archangel, man, the myth, the legend, Michael. So anyway, what happens is Lucifer decides that he's going to overthrow God in heaven, and he actually wanted to build his throne higher than God's throne was. So a battle ensues. And Lucifer was so prideful that he thought he could just kill anyone, and Michael is like, I guess you would say, the baddest of as far as a badass goes when it comes to archangels. So along with Lucifer, Lucifer was a great orator, and he, was good at talking to people and making them believe these things. So he took 1/3 of God's angels with him to fight alongside him. So he talked those 1/3 in the fight alongside him. Well, of course, when you're running into, Michael's kicking fucking Lucifer's ass, so Lucifer actually turns into a dragon and fights Michael as a dragon.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Michael still fucking casts his ass out. They still cast his ass out of heaven, along with 1/3 of the angels that followed him. So they all got cast out of heaven and sent to earth. Now, people don't understand is that hell wasn't a place until, and as far as the story goes, hell wasn't a place until Lucifer got there. It was more like purgatory, if you think about it, because it says
a waiting room.
Yes.
It was like that waiting room off Beetlejuice.
Yeah, except it's all black. So basically, it's like a purgatory. You're just trapped somewhere that's nowhere. And then basically, so Lucifer, had the most potential, was the greatest angel, and he just got a big head on him. And in this story, guys, and got cast out, gets down to earth or whatever, and creates, goes down to and creates his own little underworld, the hell. There's other things involved in that, and other countries and other beliefs. But he's always got that vengeful and spite. So from day one, he constantly is spiteful and wants revenge. God is devastated that he had to get rid of his greatest angel or whatever, his right-hand man. So he creates humans. In this story, he creates humans. That really pisses the devil off. That really pisses Satan off. So what does Satan do? Well, he tends to have a little bit more control on this and in this realm. So he starts. I was gonna say fucking. Well, I just did, so I might as well say it. Yeah. He starts fucking with with mankind.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
He creates 7 deadly sins: sloth, greed.
So he turns God's creation that he loves and he's tricking them, and which gets into the music part we were talking about, how the guy sold his soul to be the greatest this, your souls are meant to go to heaven, everyone's, and then you
don't realize how precious your soul is
and how much it's
you don't have
worth
it anymore.
Exactly. So what does Lucifer do? Or Satan? He starts taking people's souls, manipulating them with money and power and things like that, and so on and so forth. And the battle of light and dark goes on from hence then, and just keeps on going every day of life.
Yeah.
Now that we got past all the story of Lucifer, where he came from, and Satan.
Now that we've gotten past the biblical version of,
let's get into some other shit.
Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna roll off with this here. So, Lucifer, as a term, is actually the name of various mythological and religious figures. He is highly associated with the planet Venus. And I'll tell you why. Venus is one of the brightest objects in the morning sky. And what do they call Lucifer? Lucifer, the term Lucifer actually stands for morning star.
Mm-hmm.
The morning star is the brightest star in the sky that you can see in the morning.
Yeah.
And as the day goes on, it is faded out by the sunlight. So,
there you go. So, I mean, we're kind of, and this is also going to come. It comes into play, and we're not really going to talk about this so much. At least I didn't think we were. You may. I don't know if you want to bring it up or not.
I'm talking about everything.
Well, I was going to say, people talk about, Masons.
The Freemasons.
The Freemasons and things. And do you know they talk about the apocalypse? Do you know what the apocalypse means? What it stands for? The word apocalypse. What it actually means?
The end.
The Enlightenment.
The Enlightenment. Okay.
The light comes. The light. The dark comes out of or the light comes from the dark. You know, that's all. People are informed. The Enlightenment, which is Lucifer's involved with it because he's
right.
The bright. You know, so it's all kind of just been hodgepodge mixed in. So the apocalypse is actually the Enlightenment, which means information is coming, you know, stuff like that. So it's there's a big long story involved with that. I don't want to talk about it too much on here because it's kind of like a different episode. But yeah, that's all involved.
We'll have to have a Freemason epised.
Yeah.
So I thought this was interesting that in English, the proper name of Lucifer is actually Lightbringer, and that's why they call him Morning Star.
Mm-hmm.
But the Greco-Roman civilization, it was often personified, and he was considered a god.
Mm-hmm.
The similar name used by the Roman poet Catullus for the planet Venus is what we're talking about. In the evening is Lucifer, which is Nightbringer. Thought that was kind of interesting.
Lucifer. Nosferatu.
So you got Lucifer, Lightbringer, Lucifer, Nightbringer.
Yeah, and
yeah,
okay.
Okay.
You're right. Okay. So basically, we're going to get into why we want to talk about Lucifer in our modern times of horror and how we came to, how whatever it is portrayed nowadays. A lot of different people portray him differently. But like as far as horror movies go, which is what we talk about, horror movies and creepy shit and all that good stuff, Satan or Lucifer has been involved in, tons and tons of Hollywood blockbusters and this movie, horror movies that we've watched, Devil's Advocate. And, the list goes on and on and on.
Who's your favorite Lucifer or Satan in a horror movie?
My favorite Satan? Tim Curry.
Tim Curry from Legend.
100%.
Fantastic movie.
Fantastic movie, and probably the best representation of Satan that I've seen.
Yeah.
In
Very
a movie.
cool. Very cool.
It was awesome.
I was really partial to a man named Lucifer that was in the movie Angel Heart, and he was played by Robert De Niro.
Yes, and freaking Angel Heart also had Mickey Rourke. Yep. Yes, that's a good movie.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie.
It's a good movie. I didn't, but I almost watched that the other night. I'm like, I haven't seen this in a very long time. I should watch it. But yeah, so he's, Satan or Lucifer, basically, I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. When you're scared of things, some of the first things you're taught to be scared of, most people, is the devil.
The devil. The devil in all of us.
Yeah, so on this podcast, we talk about all kinds of things, creepy shit. We talk about what scares us and what makes us freaked out and shit.
When you watch a movie like The Exorcist.
Yes, 100%. Here we go. See, and this is what we're talking about, guys.
The Exorcist, though, what a lot of people don't know, was not Lucifer. That was not the devil.
That was multiple.
That was a demon named Pazuzu. And he played multiple characters.
Captain Howdy.
Stay away from Captain Howdy.
Captain Howdy. Oh, sorry, guys.
Another Twisted Sister reference there. Anyway.
But anyways, no, so here's what we're talking about, guys. So, like, for me, when I was a kid, some of the first things I was scared of due to The Exorcist was being possessed. I was actually, I told you guys whenever I was growing up, or a point in my life, I was pretty religious.
Yeah.
He's
far from it now.
Yeah, very. I've gone to the dark side. But no,
come on over to the dark side, son. It'll be a hoot.
Yeah. But I am having fun. But no, I'm just, I believe in a higher power, just don't know what the fuck it is. But anyways, so when I was growing up.
And you're just bringing all kinds of music out on me.
I'm trying. But no.
You're doing it.
I was scared of like possessions and demons and the devil. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. For sure. That was some of the most horrific movies when we were kids.
Well, and we're going to talk about them and stuff like that, But like, I'm the things that scare me. What worries me and scares me is not having control. Not having control over a situation. Not having control over
You are kind of a control freak.
My damn body. So if you're possessed, you're there, but you can't do shit about it. So you see what's going on. From what I hear, I've never been possessed, but from what I hear and things I've looked into, you can't do nothing. You're there, but you can't do nothing.
Hey, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh,
boom.
He's here all week, folks. He's here all week. But I mean, for you, was that was that?
Yeah. As a kid, I heard a lot of stories from my grandmother and my mother, and about the devil, and we used to see him on TV. We never were a religious family. My mother and my grandmother were not religious at all. I knew who God was and the devil and blah blah blah. So for me as a kid, my I don't know who bought it for me, but somebody had given me, I was just a little kid. They had given me a copy of the children's Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was completely fascinated by it, but as you would flip through it, it had like some pictures on it. And somewhere around the middle of it, and it was a big, thick book. It was huge. Somewhere around the middle of it, there was this picture of God sending Lucifer, to Earth. And I will never forget that picture. And I used to just stare at that picture. I was fascinated by it.
Yeah.
If I'd only knew where I'd end up.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
But I was just fascinated by that and scared by it at the same time. And honestly, I talk about where my love affair of horror started, and it may have been from that.
Yeah. I just always been into the thing, and that's what I want to do this episode too, is because, and I'm glad you just brought that up, because that's kind of where my love affair and affection for horror came from, because it was definitely from learning about Satan and the devil, because the devil had minions called demons that used to be angels, and then he's pissed off at God, so he's going to destroy God's greatest creation, or that he loves the most, humankind, and he's going to try and steal as many souls as possible.
Right.
So that brought me into just all the other things, like vampires and demons and
heavy metal music,
werewolves and stuff. But so yeah, maybe that's that's kind of what I want to talk about, is that a lot of people's fears and things come from Satan, basically, the devil. What's below, the scariness.
As above, so below.
And I read the thing, and it said like, what it say? You're not scared to be alone in the dark. You're scared not to be alone in the dark.
Yeah.
So
I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm just afraid of what's in the dark.
Exactly. So you're not afraid of being alone in the dark. You're afraid of not being alone. But no, I really think that this is what good. The true of good versus evil. This is the bare bones of it.
It's funny sitting here, and this is going to sound really weird, but it's perfect for this conversation. I kind of wish that you and I would have grown up together because we would have been into the same shit back in the 80s. When I was a teenager, listening to heavy metal music, dabbling with Satanism. I had this just uncontrollable fear of the devil until I read Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible. And it completely changed the way I looked at Satanist and Satanism and Satan himself. So I followed that for quite a few years. My mother was horrified.
Now,
But I think back then it was an influence. It was all an influence thing because there were some strong influences back in the 80s because everybody was into heavy metal music's bad. The PMRC was down on censorship of all these different bands. People were talking about backmasking, and that's where you could take an album and put it on a record player, and if you spun it backwards, it would tell you messages.
This reminds me
of some of those do work. I know a lot of people think it's bullshit, but there are a few albums out there where it is actually hidden in there.
Fucking listen to God dang it, the guy from Labyrinth, David Bowie. Yeah. Listen to his fucking. I showed you his latest shit. Yeah. Fucking weird as fuck. But
the Beatles actually on one of their albums, if you spun it backwards, it had some backmasking messages.
Dude, that reminds me. I just got done watching fucking Little Nicky a couple days ago. And he's like, Ozzy Osbourne. He's like, man, he's the guys. They're like, he's the devil. Can you play it backwards? He's like, no, there's nothing there at all. Yeah. He's like, and he put on Kansas.
Yeah,
it's like tear out your soul and eat your fucking head. It's like I'm dying laughing.
Oh yeah.
He's like, fuck, Kansas is badass, man.
Oh yeah. You talk about little Nicky, Adam Sandler movie. I just watched his new movie called Hubie Halloween.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was horrible, but no, it was okay. It was okay. It was a good kids movie.
But yeah, I mean, you're talking about, and that's the whole point. We're talking about influencing things, and then people do some crazy ass.
And Satan was the master of influence. I mean,
like I said, he was a great orator, and he knew how to speak, and he knew how to bring
orator. I love that word.
Yeah, because I've been speaking big words to my wife, and she's been like getting all moist and shit.
Yeah, orator's got like fucking 5 letters in it, but it's a big word to him.
Yes, it sounds great.
It does. That's a fucking very cool sounding word.
No, but what I was going to say is that like Anton LaVey, now he was the one that was born like the 1800s. No, that's Aleister Crowley. That's what I was thinking.
That's Aleister Crowley.
Yes, okay.
Anton Szandor LaVey started the first Church of Satan in San Diego, California, I think it was. And it spread worldwide throughout the late 70s and 80s.
See, and the reason why I want to bring that up is...
And he passed away in the 90s. But here's, while I'm talking about it, and I don't mean to interrupt you here, but while I'm talking about him, here's what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get across to you people is you look at this book and you think the Satanic Bible, oh God, God has nothing to do with it, by the way. But if you can get past the imagery of it, read the book. Honestly, read the book.
Well, I say the same thing about...
It is a good read. Yes, it is all about Satanism, but just because you read the Satanic Bible does not make you a Satanist. It just gives you a look into their world. And their world is not so much different than ours.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, yeah, they're more for you be you.
Yeah,
you be free.
Satanists are more about self-preservation.
Yes. And not only that, but like I was going to say, there's a difference between Satanists and the Church of Satan. There's a huge difference in between them. There is. I've listened to some episodes of some people talking about that. The Church of Satan and some Satanists, because like Aleister Crowley, right?
Yep.
He was a big orator.
Mr. Crowley. Ba, ba, ba.
But see, Aleister Crowley wrote about pedophilia. He wrote a lot about pedophilia. And he talked about it quite often, how we should expose children at the age of 3 to sexual things. And
Aleister Crowley, though, was not a Satanist. He was, oh, God.
Luciferian.
Shit, I've drawn a blank.
But, you know...
but he was all into magic and stuff like
that.
He wasn't really a Satanist. He was into something different.
Yeah, he was in alchemy and things like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what the term
I just listened to a whole episode about that on one of my favorite podcasts. Tinfoil Hat Podcast. Check them out. They aren't a sponsor, but I fucking love them and they're badass. Sam Tripoli's the man. But anyways, you know, the thing about that, from what I'm understanding and some of the research I've done about Satanism, is that they will kick you out for pedophilia. If you have ever done anything to a child, they'll kick you out. From what I understand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's just my thing with all that other stuff is you believe in who you're going to believe in. You know, as long as you're a good person, unless who you believe in makes you a fucking makes you a worthless fuck of a human being, then you can go rot in hell for all I care, or wherever you may go. So. Oh, we're looking up some Aleister Crowley.
Look at that guy right there.
Fucking looks like a damn pedophile.
Yeah, so Aleister Crowley was actually an occultist and a ceremonial magician. He was a poet, a painter, a novelist. I mean, Aleister Crowley was not really a Satanist by the terms that most people think of Satanism.
So...
Oh, and by the way, he was bisexual.
Yeah, he looked like he did about a little bit of everything. But anyway,
I love how he was being a recreational drug experimenter, bisexual, and an individualist social critic. Yeah, all of them things go together. By the way.
Oh my God. So, your favorite. And we're going to ask you guys this too in the comments below. Check it. Leave us and say who's your favorite representation of Satan in movies.
Well, like I said earlier, you know, I really loved how Robert De Niro played that part in Angel Heart. But when you look at, I don't even know how to put this because we're going to step into the modern times.
Yeah, go ahead. Who cares?
I really absolutely love the TV series Lucifer.
Okay.
And the way Tom Ellis plays Lucifer Morningstar in that show is fucking right up my alley. Everybody wants to be him. Everybody wants to fuck him. You know?
Quit talking about me like I'm not here.
He's so suave and debonair and powerful and owns a fucking nightclub that everybody wants to party at and just I'm sorry guys, the fucking Lucifer episode or Lucifer series is a fucking great series.
What the fuck is that? Gosh dang it, why am I drawing a blank? Oh, End of Days.
End of Days was good with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, Lucifer. Oh shit, why am I drawing a blank on who played him? God dang it, and he's super fucking famous. Why am I drawing a blank on that? Anyways,
fuck, I can't remember either.
I know, we're going to check it out real quick and get the names. That's what's good about having a damn old computer here. We can see what the fuck is going on. Because he portrayed Satan or Lucifer, and they're fucking just badass, dude. Like the way he played that part was just killer.
Gabriel Byrne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's been in a ton of shit.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff.
But like when he first comes out and he like overtakes that guy's body, and he walks out and he like grabs that chick at the table and he's just all making out there, grabbing her breast and shit, right in front of her husband. And as he walks away, she's all like, and then like the fuck place just blows up and he walks out of the fire. Yeah. Dude, that movie is great. That's a good movie. If you haven't seen that yet, you guys should check it out. End of Days is a really good movie.
Another good one was the guy in Constantine.
Fuck, Constantine's such a good movie, dude.
God, what was that guy's name?
And I heard they're actually making a part 2.
Are they really?
I heard there's a part 2 coming out, and I heard that our boy is going to be fucking... our boy Keanu Reeves is going to be playing Constantine again. Satan right there. Peter...
Yeah, Peter Stormare.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to say, though, for me... And I love those movies, Constantine, End of Days, all that shit. But, like, yeah, that dude's...
Yeah. Yeah, he played a really good part in that.
But for me, the legend, Tim Curry, man.
Tim Curry in Legend was...
the whole atmosphere of that movie.
And the whole look of him.
Yes.
I mean, just the way he looked, just fucking killer, dude.
I remember when I was a kid, man, that scared the fuck out of me. That part where he's like... and it just shows his face laughing, dude. Yeah. Oh, fuck, man. But no, the storyline, everything about that whole movie was just great. The fucking little goblins.
Yeah.
Dude.
God, I haven't seen that in forever.
Such a great movie.
Ever.
The witch that comes up out of the fucking water. Fucking all, dude. But to me, by far, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Just because there's something about those movies, and I guess it's just a nostalgia thing we constantly talk about, but those movies just back in the day, man, just it seems like they narrated them better and like they just made them better. Even though they were made back in the day, they look better.
Oh, best representation of the devil? Elizabeth Hurley in Bedazzled.
By far the hot. Have you seen her?
She's definitely the hottest.
Have you seen her lately?
No, I have not. Really?
Who's the... yeah, Elizabeth Hurley, dude. She's like 61.
Still hot as fuck, I'm sure.
I'll show you later.
Oh, nice. We're going to put a picture up right here.
We should start doing that horror queen of the week.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Swing! Sorry.
We're going to have a lot of Jamie Lee Curtis, fucking Nev Campbell.
Fucking Danielle Harris.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
ouch.
But yeah, yeah. So
after what we just watched, Caden Cross,
you can see her in other movies.
Ryan shows up tonight, and I'm like, dude, you got to see this. Have you heard of the movie Veronica? And he's like, I've seen that title, but no, what's up with it? I'm like, sit down. We're going to watch this. Fucking movie written and directed by the one and only Glenn Danzig. Yeah. Movie's campy as hell, but Caden Cross plays, what was her name? Nobi or Nebby or something like that. Anyway, she plays the main, like, antagonist in that movie. And,
you know what's crazy? I should have dug into it a little more, thinking about, sorry, I just popped in my head here, about Satan and Lucifer, like the description of him. Because, there are
a lot of different descriptions of him.
And one of the original descriptions, though, was like a black scales and black wings and just horns. Complete darkness, But, then now you constantly see the devil as red.
Yeah.
And, honestly, what's more scarier than thinking that when you pass away, so from then on to eternity, if you were a shitty fuck as a person, you're just going to be suffering for fucking the rest of eternity.
With the devil? If it's Elizabeth Hurley, I'm okay with it.
Well, if she's shoving pineapples up your ass.
Well,
Ooh, Mickey.
it's Elizabeth Hurley. I mean, come on.
That part where he's like, you gotta shove a hit. Don't forget, you gotta shove a pineapple up Hitler's ass at 4:00.
Yeah.
And then like Hitler comes walking out, and then like he bends down and like grabs this little bitty pineapple like the size of that, and he's like, mm-mm. And he gets down there, and then like he picks up this fucking giant one, and he's like, mm-hmm, and he goes, "You're schnerius."
Hell yeah.
God, that movie's so good.
Hell yeah.
I love that movie.
So you watch anything cool lately?
Yeah. I just watched this movie called Vampires vs. the Bronx, and
Nice.
it's actually really good. It's
I watched
a really,
a preview for that the other night.
it's a really good movie, man. I was impressed. I didn't think
I may check that out tonight.
the only thing that pissed me off is the copy that I got was crystal clear, looked good, but the volume was super low. So be careful.
Yeah, well, it's on Netflix. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
But the movie is really good. I liked it a lot. It was definitely a good vampire movie.
Svengoolie's doing Tarantula from 1955 tonight.
Ooh.
You have to check that out.
Tarantula.
My wife and I have been binging. So I told you The Haunting of Bly Manor just came out yesterday, which was Friday. The 9th? Today the 10th? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So Friday the 9th, The Haunting of Bly Manor came out, and I could not wait to see this. It was created by the same people who did The Haunting of Hill House, which was another series from last year. And, you know, I'm not going to say that it's not been a little long-winded. I've dozed off a couple times, but I got to say, though, that, like, when I woke up, I was like, fuck, what did I miss? You know, and I'd have to rewind it and rewatch it. And it's been very cool. Not extreme horror, but it's like that psychological thriller haunted house kind of show.
See, I mean,
it's been really good. We're a little more than halfway through it right now, and I'm sure we'll finish it up tonight and tomorrow.
Yep.
Because we're both addicted to it.
I could tell you something that I watched recently that was great, and we just so happened to have talked to the fucking 2 directors.
Oh, yeah.
And the 2 lead actors, who are all badass fucking people. They're awesome.
And you guys are going to, by the time you hear this episode, you will have seen that episode last week. Yeah. We watched a fantastic movie that came out called Hosts, Hosts.
Yes.
This was a Dark Sky Films release, which you guys should know Dark Sky Films. We talked to both the directors, Adam Leader and Richard Oakes.
Badass.
And they surprised us with having both the 2 main stars, the lead stars, which both play the villains. Neil Ward and Samantha Loxley were on the line with us, and we've got really good video with them. We honestly,
awesome,
it was funny. We thought that, you know, I honestly thought when I started this, I was going to be on the horn with them for about an hour or whatever. We ended up recording almost 4 hours
it was awesome,
of video with these guys.
They're cool as shit.
So I'm in the process of editing that down because there's a lot of spoilers in there. These guys and girl were fantastic to talk to.
And not only that,
so fun.
But you guys will see Neil on some future episodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Neil is already.
They're all invited, but
you know, actually Richard too. I mean, they're both wanting to get on the show again.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
And they were so fun to talk to. I mean, it was just we really appreciate them reaching out to us, and we had just a fantastic.
They're from the UK, and man, it was it was a blast, dude. Them guys are awesome. They fit in perfect on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
So you guys will see, and you're going to see more of, you know, at least Neil and probably Richard.
So that movie just came out last Friday on video on demand. So if you find it, check it out. Hosts.
Yep.
I searched for it on the Cinema app. It's on the Cinema app.
Yep. Make sure you guys like it. Do whatever you can. Get on there. Leave some.
Do whatever you can for these guys. This is actually their first movie, and it is really high production. It was a fantastic movie.
Yep, I loved it.
Fantastic.
We're not going to talk about any more of it.
It's not like your B-grade horror. I mean, there's some good B-grade horror out there, but this was very high production. You can tell that these guys put their heart and soul into it. And
after talking to him for 4 hours,
it was really good. Really good. We got some really funny stories from them. Some of them we'll share, some of them we won't.
Yeah.
Just because they asked us not to.
Yeah.
But so check it out. Hosts, HOSTS. Starring Neil Ward and Samantha Loxley, and the DVD comes out November 10th.
I should have asked her if she was related to Robin of
Loxley. Robin of Loxley. No, instead you asked her something else that kind of.
I didn't really ask her.
You didn't ask her. You just told her.
Made a comment.
You know what that looks like coming out of your mouth?
Luckily, they're just like us, and they joke around too, so it's all great.
Yeah, we had a blast.
They're awesome people, man. I can't wait to get Neil. I can't wait to get them on the show again. Just talk about some other movies or talk about some paranormal shit, whatever. It's gonna
I don't care if they want to talk about their car. I mean, they were so fun to talk to.
Yeah, they're pretty cool people, man. You guys should definitely check.
But anyway, that episode will be coming out this week. You guys, this episode will be coming out in 2 weeks. So hopefully you guys listen to that episode and enjoy it.
If you've already watched it, let us know what you guys thought. Leave some comments.
It's going to be long, though. I mean, I can't cut everything out of there. But
so, yeah, guys, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff happening. We're doing a haunted trail ride down here at Mr. Bradley Wells, one of our other hosts on here, and partner and do some other things, YouTube and whatnot, but he's got a mud park, and he's doing a haunted trail ride.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a blast.
What do they call that? Backwoods Bash?
Backwoods Bash, guys.
Yeah,
You guys should go check it out.
You got to check that out. Look for them on Facebook.
Yep, go on Facebook. And
YouTube. He's got
they got a bunch of different stuff, yeah.
A very cool place. And like Ryan said, they're starting their haunted trail ride.
And not only that, but he's part of the horror fam, so you guys got to show him some love and support. And if you like having a good-ass time, got some side-by-sides, some four-wheelers and shit, you want to go riding, got some big mud trucks. They got bucking mud truck stuff up there. Go check them out. And they also have the haunted trail ride.
Yeah, and if you want to have a really good time, Bradley knows a guy. Or a girl.
Bradley is that guy.
I got to quit giving him so much shit.
He'll be all right, trust me. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the episode, guys. Yeah. We had a blast.
Good times.
There's so much going on behind the scenes now.
There is.
But
we love it. We want you people to keep reaching out to us. We're getting all kinds of. So, just so you guys know, in the past 2 weeks, we've done an interview with an author. We did the interview with the directors and the stars of this movie, Hosts. We've got 2 other directors that have contacted us wanting us to review their films. One of those I'm going to send a message to probably tomorrow and try and get him on the show next week.
Cool. Sweet.
And
well,
see how that goes.
Yeah, next week we're going to have to do it in the week probably because next weekend's the haunted trail ride.
Oh, yeah, you won't be here Saturday.
It's a long month, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in October. We'll figure it out, guys.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
But anyways,
this guguy's so excited to be on our show, he'll do it anytime we want.
Yeah.
He'll do us anytime he wants.
Yeah.
Anytime we want.
Anyways, guys.
Anytime he wants. Fuck, I don't know.
We love you guys. And, thanks for all support, Horror Fam. You guys are awesome out there. A lot of good things coming. Thanks for sticking with us. Keep on sticking with us.
Keep on keeping on.
But most importantly, until next time, keep it creepy.